So if you've been born after the year 2000, chances are you know what trauma is. I didn't know it. Until I was 35, I had no idea how much trauma I've been carrying throughout my entire life. And it was then that I only started to scratch the surface of Pandora's shitbox. So how do other people feel? I have no idea. How do you go on without realizing that you're hurting inside so much that you have to use so many coping mechanisms just to exist? Feeling so much pain that you're so accustomed to it that you don't even feel it, and you will never know how much pain you are in unless you feel a relief from that pain. Even if you engage in substance abuse, that doesn't make the pain go away. The feeling of emptiness you are experiencing may be due to the fact that you've been traumatized as a child. And what's tricky is that you think that it's how it's supposed to be, because it's always been like that. So why would you even consider that that's something out of the ordinary if this is your ordinary? To expand a bit on the topic and just to give you a general insight into how this looked in my life. I mean, I knew that I was traumatized to some extent by my parents who were abusive towards me. They genuinely think they did nothing wrong. They genuinely think and believe that they have done everything they could to raise me. And for them this is true. I really deeply, desperately want to let go of my past. I did manage to cut them out of my life because how they behaved towards me, because how they refused to acknowledge my experience and my childhood. It's not one specific event that caused your brain to function in a different way. A more difficult matter is with feeling empty and hopeless. And this goes in pair, at least in my case, with another symptom of CPTSD, which I will be covering later. I felt like there was literally nothing inside of me, like there was no substance, but I had this strong sensation of being hollow and empty. There was no me in me. And the thing that this goes with is hopelessness. And the way I felt hopeless, and I've experienced hopelessness, is no matter, it was kind of, if something good happened, I couldn't fully enjoy it. Because obviously there is some kind of danger looming over the horizon, and obviously something will go wrong. I had no hope that I would be happy, that I would experience something good in my life. Every single good moment that happened, I completely lost my shit for it. It felt like it was the last breath I would be taking just before the world ended. Literally. I clung to it so desperately, like I was clinging to life itself right before falling down the cliff. And I couldn't really enjoy it. Because each and every time something good happened, it felt like I was 5 seconds away of literally dying. It's not your fault. But the shitty thing is that it is your responsibility to heal from it. Like the feeling of being constantly watched and judged by others. It can be random people, it can be, well, especially your family, but it can be random people just passing you by on the street, and you would be feeling all of the eyes around you, every single pair staring at you. Doesn't matter if they do or not. Your perspective is, or at least my perspective is/was, because it's a work in progress, is that everyone is staring at you. Every single one. And for what other reason they would be staring at me if not to judge me? You can't shake the feeling that something bad is about to happen. No matter what you do, no matter where you are, you always have the feeling that there is something bad waiting to happen, a tragedy, big or small, that everywhere there is danger. It may even go to the extent that you simply fantasize about the worst possible scenario over and over in your head. It goes like a movie, like a tape that it's stuck, like a vinyl that is stuck over and over and over, skipping that track, skipping that track, skipping that track on repeat. And I'm not talking about worst case scenario like asking someone to go out with you on a date and they decline. I'm talking about you going to ask someone on a date and the plane crashes into the building that you're in. So, welcome to my life, welcome to my story, and welcome to my experiences with CPTSD. This was part 1.